你好，我的名字叫马胜
أنا
男。
اسمي سوزان صلاح مهدي رزوق
Hola, mi nombre es Ricardo Acosta
Здравствуйте, меня
Коги.
зовут Ольга Хорошева. Мой день рождения 4 сентября
我出生在
1990 года.
中国河南省开封市。我出生在1989年4
انولدت
月11
بالكويت
日。
بس أنا عراقية أشكل العراق.
Nací en 1989. Vengo de
I was born
Yucatán,
in
México.
1990, September 4th, in Novosibirsk, Russia. My childhood was pretty usual, and the best thing what I can tell you about my childhood, I had my best friend is my sister. She didn't.
My family
doesn't
came to Kenya when I was 2 years old. They ran from Somalia because there was a civil war and people shooting, killing each other. So there's no way that you can
We were
live a place
not
there.
rich. We were poor, but we were happy. So that really kind of helped me when I got here. But when I was in Mexico, I felt that I was like a stupid guy because I
was
didn't like
sleeping,
school.
And we all were sleeping at night when the war started. So many friends I had, they were in school, they died because my school was bombed, and we left everything, like just pack our bags and that's it.
I
We
had a
left everything
pretty rough
there.
childhood. My mother and my biological father, they divorced when I was 6. I was raised up by a single parent, my mom.
We have students come into MAP with very diverse backgrounds. Some have come from war-torn countries, others coming from extreme poverty.
I have students who come from refugee camps. I also have students who was raped during wartime by soldiers.
We recognize that they're moving to this country under difficult circumstances and try to provide an environment where they feel safe and where they can make the transition.
Yeah, there are a lot of difficulties in their home countries, whether political or wartime or food stuff.
Raping and then when they come like beating you real bad and like telling you like to dig in the ground all night long to get money or food, and which is really painful. Sometimes the good things that I can remember is I mean, like when you're having a job and getting money and helping your family, selling water, housekeeping, like cleaning, washing dishes and everything, and selling firewood.
My favorite thing to do as a teenager was hang out with friends. I have a lot of friends. I roller skate sometimes I snowboard, and sometimes just walk on the city. I lived in big cities, so it was fun.
When we were in Mexico, we were really poor. I didn't care about my family. I didn't care about nothing. That was just me.
I went to school in Iraq for 7 years, and after that the war started, so I dropped off. Like I stayed at home like for 4 years and I didn't go to school, so that was not really good. It was sad. So
well, in Africa I never went to school. You need money. Sometimes you need a clothes, a pencil, books and other stuff, and which is I don't have it.
When I was in my childhood, I always feel smart. When I arrived in this country, I have those ideas, but I couldn't express them. I don't have the ability to talk English, to communicate with people. So all the time I just kind of feel stupid. So it's kind of hard for me to accept that feeling.
At first, I see that they are uncertain. They are not sure of themselves. The students usually are anxious. They don't know what the future will behold for them.
When they came to see me, they are really shy. They are not even able to speak in Spanish to me because they are shy, they are embarrassed.
I just felt completely lost. And I went for a walk and I was completely lost. I was in a new world. I didn't understand any word in English. I didn't speak a word in English. It's really hard to describe the feeling when you think about your hometown and you think that you cannot go back there because it's too far away.
Okay, my first 3 months was really hard. I was angry. I didn't have friends and I could not speak English. At that time, I was ready to go home.
So some of them were ready to give up. But then, after they come to the MAP program, they learn English. They receive acceptance from the classmates, the teachers, the PC staff, and they feel welcomed.
When I came first time in the United States, it was really difficult for me. All the friends that I knew, I left them back in Africa. So like when I came here, it was really hard for me because like I don't see no people and I mean like we cannot communicate the language.
If you want to live in America, you have to work. So my English was not so good. So he found a job for me at a Chevron gas station nearby. Even the job is low pay, it requires low skills. But sometimes I still feel frustrated because my English was so poor. Sometimes I couldn't understand what the customer wants. They just say those bad words, and I couldn't handle it at the first time, but I need money, I need to continue working.
We have students come from a wide variety of backgrounds. When they get here, they're all facing a similar challenge, and that is just the basic ability to express themselves.
A typical MAP student comes from overseas, is confused, is scared, is uncertain of their future. The students don't know what it is like to be in America. They cannot speak the language. Some of them have big hope and dream to be successful in college. When most of the students come to see me, they weren't sure if I could help them. They were not sure if the MAP program would be a good fit for them. They weren't even sure if they have to pay, if they could afford to go to the MAP program. And since the MAP program is paid for by the school district, when this is explained to them, they feel a lot more relaxed. And they feel that they have a chance to be successful.
MAP offers academic English classes. There are also supplemental classes in vocabulary building and life skills. There's also a high level of student support through the resource specialists. And in that support, they get counseling to help keep them in the college and further their academic career or vocational careers. And all of this is paid for through the school district, so it comes at no cost to the student themselves.
I understand that I'm not ready to university or college classes because my English not very good. So I understand that I need to improve my English, and that is why I went to MAP program.
Esperanza, which is the person who kind of gave me the big picture about MAP program. The first time I went to Southeast, she told me all the opportunities that MAP program has, and she really convinced me, like the first time.
In my program, when you have a question or like something that you don't understand, The teacher helps you. And high school is not like that. They only have a time limit that they can teach all the students.
Students who come from the high school tell me that they learn so much more, faster and more in this program. This program is not only for ESL, but for them to be successful as a person, to establish them in this society, to help them to go beyond ESL.
In that class, it's okay to make mistake. It's okay to misspell the words. It's okay to having bad grammars. It's okay for you to mess up. We are all very patient to each other because we know we are the same. We have the same struggle.
Mike is going to work tomorrow.
In the drugstore, okay.
Nobody speaks English well, so you don't shy, you do not feel bad, so your English not perfect. And we were equal students, and it was easy to be in this program.
It is really great to be a student that different country and different religion, because you can learn more experience or especially like religion or their culture and their style, the history.
I became friends with some people who from Africa or Iraq. It was really interesting because when I was in Russia, I wouldn't think I will be friends with some people from Africa. So, but here it doesn't mean anything where are you from. People are people, and for me it doesn't mean it means nothing.
Once students have completed MAP program and they have the English skills they need to transition, they have a choice of going into an academic program like Gateway to College. They may also choose a GED preparation. Students have an opportunity to take vocational classes at the community college or transition into the community college in a more academic path.
My plan is after I get my GED to go to college, just still continue my education. That's what I wanted, and that's my dream.
It's very important to get an education for me, so I feel that I'm really happy that I was in my program. Now I am in Gateway program, which is prepare me to college classes. And after I finish Gateway, I will study in college classes, in college 2 years, and get my associate degree.
After I finished the MAP program, I registered in the Gateway to College program immediately. And that program helped me to prepare for my college. And now I'm a regular college student and attending college courses.
I really feel happy where I am today. And I still need to continue to doing it. That the only thing now I want right now just to go back and help those refugee people like the way other people help me to get in here.
After I finished MAP, I enrolled in Gateway to College. I want to study, I want to have a good education and help my mom. And yeah, in that way, I will not be like my father, and I will not work like a slave for the rest of my life, like my father does.
To be successful, to get a job, you have to have English.
In this country, the official language is English. If I don't speak English, it's so hard to get around in this country, so hard to work, so hard to make friends.
Because I know English, I feel more freedom. I can go anywhere I want, and almost everybody will understand me, what I want and what I need and what I ask.
When the students learn English, they feel very confident and they say, I can go anywhere in the world, because English is a language that you can talk in any part of the world. if you learn the language, nobody is going to take away from you. I say to the student, si se puede, means you can do it. If you want, you can do it. And this is really popular word in Spanish, si se puede.
It is really amazing. I cannot even imagine how it happened to me. There was like someone who was helping me, and now I'm here today. I'm helping someone. So it is really great, and I'm proud of myself.
I think MAP changed my life because my English became better. So if I know English better, my life better in America.
My program, really changed my life. When I came here, I didn't know how to speak English. Now I learned so much, and it was really helpful. And I get my first job here, and they told me my English was really good.
A lot of my friends told me that Mexican doesn't go to school. They told me that if a Mexican wants to make money, the only way to make money is with drugs and stuff, like being a drug dealer is a good way for a Mexican to make money. I think MAP is an amazing program, and I don't know how crazy it is, but I feel like my life changed since I started to MAP. I mean, I don't think I would have been able to do this without MAP.